Hello, everybody. My name is Dylan. This is Jake. This is Yazin, and welcome to Bird's Eye View. Bird's Eye View, let's get it out of the way first as first. This show is going to be everything Saints gaming. So, from the entire week, from all 9 different varsity teams, we will be covering all matches, highlights, maybe not so good of a highlight, and then, anything in between, anything that we want to talk about or we feel that's necessary to bring to the table. So I'll be handing off to Yazin, maybe introduce himself a little bit, maybe tell himself a little something, but who knows.
So my name is Yazin, like Dylan was saying. I go by the tag ZR Glitch. I'm actually on the Echo VR team for the varsity. And we have 3 players, and we've been around for about 2 semesters now. But now we're actually a varsity team. Last year we weren't really a varsity team. We are, all 3 of us, in the Esports Administration Entrepreneurship program. And that's actually why we're doing this show. It's part of one of our projects. We're really hoping you guys like this. Jake, if you want to introduce yourself a bit more.
Hi, I'm Jake, or JMB, known as. I am the coach and manager for Rainbow Six, and I as well play on the team. It's a brand new team. We just started this semester. We have 5 players in a sub. Yeah, been doing pretty decent in our leagues. Yeah. First off, we're going to be looking at Hearthstone. They had a pretty entertaining match this week.
For sure.
They went down 0-2, and they came back, and won 3-2.
And I mean, if you think about it, it's pretty impressive, right? Like, you're down 0-2, and then you win 3 straight in a row. So it's almost like, what happened the first 2 matches? Like, what could have caused you guys to lose, but then come back and just smoke them 3-show?
Maybe they were testing the waters.
Maybe they were.
Yeah.
Oh, this didn't
around.
work. That didn't work.
Some bad draws, maybe. You never know.
Yeah, it is
just
very
not
luck
played out
based.
the way you wanted to play it out.
I'm not too familiar with this game. I don't know if you guys are, but is it more or less RNG, or is it more skill-based? Like, I'm not really too sure.
It's a little bit of both, considering that your deck does come in when you draw RNG, right? So whatever you get from the deck will come in randomly. So if you have a best card in the deck that you're hoping to draw next, there's like a 1 in 60-50 chance to get that card, right? So you're kind of just hoping on the luck that you would be drawing that card. It does take skill to play the game. Obviously, you've got to be able to see what's coming ahead, who's going to be playing what. You want to know the entire 9 yards of what's going to happen before you get screwed over, basically, within the first 10 minutes, which could have possibly happened in the first 2 games. You never know, right?
Yeah.
Some bad luck.
Or might not have spent enough money to buy all the cards.
Yeah.
One of those, eh? Yeah. Almost like a pay-to-win type of thing, eh?
Yeah, it is.
In some situations, definitely.
The between games. Oh, I gotta buy new cards.
Can you do that? Can you actually do that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you can buy cards in Hearthstone.
But can you do it?
I mean, like mid-game.
Mid-game.
Oh, no,
not
mid-game.
Not
mid-game. No. You cannot
Okay.
update your deck mid-game. Everything that you go in with, it's set, and nothing can be changed throughout the entire interval.
So like, once your deck is in, it's locked in.
Exactly.
That's everything in there.
Exactly.
Okay,
They
cool.
can change decks between matches, I believe, in the league. So if his first deck didn't work out, maybe he did switch within the first 2 losses, right? The third one, he could have gone in with a complete different deck. He was like, all right, I'm done with this one, right? And he came in and he actually just reverse sweeped it against the Mage and Shaman deck, which was insane.
Very insane. Next up, we got Rainbow Six Siege, my personal favorite.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. We got myself on the roster. We got Dante or Duzzy, Darren Imagine, Dylan Rapid, and the first female for Varsity Saints Gaming, Amy Miss Nautica Honey.
Ever, right?
Ever.
Oh, yeah.
I think we had a sub at one point, but first on main roster, yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, girls in esports, a little bit like cloudy situation, a little bit up in the air type of thing. How's she doing? Like, how's she making out?
She's doing good. She's really adjusting well to the roster. We made some role changes to fit her a little bit better, but it's been working out pretty
That's
good.
good, man. It's good to hear for sure.
Yeah.
That's definitely. So this clip is actually crazy. I have literally been up Jake's freaking back all the time about this clip. He goes upside down, literal Spider-Man, dumps almost a clip into this guy, swaps out his gun, and gets him on bomb.
In my defense, that doc did not want to die. I'm sitting there shooting him, and he's just not dying, and I was getting so annoyed. This is one of my favorite clips, though. When I tagged the guy twice through the drone hole, his team baits him, crawls to the wall, and then gets it blown up. He's like, abort! Abort!
Oh my gosh. It's so funny because that little what did you call it? That hole, did you call it?
The drone hole.
The drone hole. It looks like a vent. You know what I mean? Like in
It
your
is,
house.
yeah.
So it's just like a bing, 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 and then all of a sudden he's down. It's like I don't even understand what's going on. And then this.
Oh my
What
God.
happened there, Jake? What happened there?
He got the shakes.
He got the
He
shakes.
got the shakes. That's
got
all
the
I can
shakes.
say.
Got the shakes. You see, he put out that melee on accident there. He was just stressing.
Oh,
yeah.
Like,
Right into the wall.
In the comms, he's like, I'm just hitting my score wheel. I hit my score wheel, and it's not doing anything. It was quite entertaining.
That's
in
pretty
comms.
funny. The ending there too, where he just walks in the wall face first and hits the ground. It's like the animation on that was just like pretty comical.
Perfect.
Yeah, they were pretty comical animations.
would have been better if he just stayed there up against the wall. Would have been
Just face
hilarious.
planted,
Yeah.
posted, yeah.
I
That
need
would've
that.
been
I
pretty
need a
funny.
nap.
Oh yeah. All right, so I'm gonna be taking over now. We're gonna be going through Echo Arena, Overwatch, and Rocket League also. So we'll start off with Echo Arena. We've had about 4 games now. We haven't lost one so far. Introducing the roster, we've got Andrew Mizuchi Clemens. He's the captain of the team and the coach of the team. He's got a ridiculous amount of experience. He's been in the Echo Arena community since drop date, basically. Myself on the team also. And then our third, Nicholas Black Label X88X Chapman. He's basically new also, just joined this semester and catching on to the handle of the game very quick. He's
Yeah?
Oh yeah,
That's good.
insane.
Well, I mean, it
insane.
looks like it, right? 27-5. It doesn't look like
Oh,
he's
yeah.
struggling. So
The team chemistry is just great between the three of us, to be honest. We usually have Andrew playing back in defense, me and Nick up front, pushing forward at all times, taking the shots, which is where the 27 points comes from, and him holding it down, not letting Baylor get more than 5 points. I mean, Baylor, I believe, was one of the first few teams to actually score a point on us, and you'll see my captain right here doing some crazy stuff. Look at that long shot.
Didn't you score on your own team though on this map?
I did, okay? It happens.
you scored on your own team.
See, this is why I'm not the goalie, guys. That's
I
why.
was gonna say I
that's-
did not see that. I did not hear about
That's
that.
Mizuchi.
Eh?
But look at that. Come on, look at that. The stun. I didn't even drop the disc. I walked that in.
Mike Tyson in the third, bro. What the heck was going on there?
Insane. So for people that actually don't know what just happened in that clip or those clips or the game in general, Echo Arena is basically a zero gravity basketball/handball type game. So you would both start off in these tubes, get launched towards each other. You would grab the disc, and there's no gravity, but you do have boosters to move faster. You can also grab off of your teammates or the enemies to move faster, and you can also stun the enemies to stop them. You can also guard against stuns, which gives you a counter for stuns too. It's pretty nice considering that it's one of the newest teams, also with Rainbow Six Siege, and we're probably gonna be undefeated again this semester. Unfortunately, it's just the way she goes when we've got an ESL level player on our team, which is one of the biggest leagues for VR in the community. And we'll be moving on to Rocket League now. So they did win one game, but they did lose the other. Unfortunately, it was the roster was Tyson, Tyboris, Campbell, Mark Endeavor, Apigo, Ahmed, Icy Vivid, Altawini, and they did go 3-2 against Boise State University, taking a loss from them, unfortunately. And then they went up against Florida Southern College, and they actually, unfortunately, did take the loss against them also, 1-3. But you never know. They were a very good team. They have won plenty of games, and I honestly see a future for them here at this school. They definitely will be able to keep it up on top. You can see right here, Endeavor just absolutely
Carries the ball.
every time. He's got multiple clips here where you'll see him just snatch the ball, tap it in. Little love tap right there.
And I do know what you mean. How they have won like plenty of games. You know what I mean? So like the first like 0-2 like loss like to the season is a little bit of a surprise to me, but also nothing like that's like making me worry. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
at all.
At the start of the season, if it's like a new team or like a new roster, or whatever, and any sport really, like the chemistry might not just be there yet. So like they're gonna have to feel each other out and just practice more and play more, right? And then eventually it's gonna come to a point where they're gonna have these plays where they're just gonna run them and not even have to communicate because they're just gonna be there waiting,
Exactly.
and executing those plays in a timely manner.
We'll be moving on to Overwatch now. So with our Overwatch team, we've got Marcus Coach Khan, Nick Jub Ewing, Ali Walla Murad, Justin Jussie St. Dennis, Devin Demach, Santos Major, Lilin Kingdom Heart Fang. We've also got Crypt. And Crypt actually came in on Sunday and played because Jub wasn't able to make it, unfortunately. It was a little of a letdown that weekend. They did take 3 losses, but I feel like Crypt did do his work. He did very well as a sub coming in and not
He
playing
pulled his
as
weight.
right. Oh, he pulled his weight and did some, right? He did a lot of work there. Unfortunately, they did lose all 3 games, like I said before, 0-2, but it's only the starting of the season. It's only the beginning, right? So
it's
they've
fresh,
still got
right?
a lot of time to, get that chemistry back. They've been away from the summer. They just need to get used to each other again,
Of
basically.
course.
Yeah.
And you could tell just by looking at some of these clips, they did very, very well throughout the game. It wasn't enough to seal the deal in most of the games, right? Like you see right here, Walla going up for the fair alt, and he takes down 2, but then they just got himself, unfortunately, actually there. But
That was weird, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know how he
Yeah.
died there, to be honest. That was a little weird.
Yeah, that was a little funky. It looked like he got sniped by something, but so
He
they took
didn't
it.
on the kill feed, dude. It said like he killed
Yeah,
himself. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I don't know what happened there, but that was a little crazy.
All it takes is just a little bit of a low HP bar and hitting the ground once with a rocket, and you're done. With Pharah.
Yeah.
One hit, that's it.
Wasn't
Just that
thinking.
little bit.
Oh, and that's such a toxic play right there. When the healer goes to revive the other healer, but accidentally
It
revives
the
the
Genji.
Genji. Yeah.
It happens. I mean, it still worked out.
Still
It
got
still
the
worked
point.
out.
Yeah. They still got it, but
It was just a little bit of an unfortunate situation there when he
Yes,
attempted
yeah.
to do
could
it.
have been pretty hectic pretty quickly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If that Arista was there any sooner, she could have just literally melted the Genji, but of course she was late a few seconds. Another crazy character in Overwatch, that's one of my favorite actually, was what's her name again? I can't remember her name. The healing and the damage.
Oh, Moria.
Moria. Oh my gosh,
Yep.
man. Just the dangles you can do with her is
It's
insane.
Yeah, exactly. With that little teleport that she does, you just disappear. You can reappear basically anywhere within, I think it's believed 2.5 seconds you've got to move.
Mhm.
You can actually just vanish, and you'll leave like a trail sort of, but not enough for them to know exactly where you're going. So if you were to dodge right and then hook left really hard, they would look right for you basically, right? If they saw your burst go right, and you wouldn't be there, so you'd be
That's
behind them.
nice.
You get a little bit of an upper hand. Obviously, she's not a DPS, so she doesn't deal a crazy amount of damage. But if you can get out that damage ball and start hitting them with some damage on a 200
adds up.
HP character,
It adds up.
Wow.
it adds up really quick, especially if you got
sounds-
some backup, right?
That sounds.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit overpowered, but they've come out with some nerfs for her too, so
good.
she's
That's good.
not as crazy. I think one of the first nerfs that came out for her was decreasing the range, not the range, the how long that ball lasted for actually.
Yeah,
because
that was ridiculous.
at first you toss it out and
Oh,
it was
that
just
was
bouncing
ridiculous.
everywhere forever. You just
Yeah.
had no opportunity to get away from it. Sometimes
Yeah.
it comes in the same building as you. You're like, oh my god, no.
Yep. And especially if you're a 200 health character, even the ball, not because of the damage that it outputs, but just because of the duration that it was out,
Yeah.
could kill you.
Yeah,
It was
Wow.
ridiculous. I'd be at like 150 health, and just because the ball is out for like 10 seconds
Mhm.
and it's doing like, 10 damage a second maybe, like, dude, that's like a ridiculous amount of damage just for that orb.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
that's-
If she's next to you, she's putting her
That
damage beam
pull,
on you.
yep.
It's literally like doubled almost.
It doesn't
So-
even require aim either. It's just in the vicinity, right? It's just like a little stream that holds on to
Yeah.
people. Yep. Also, they did go 3-1 against the in the CSL league, I believe, a few
Yeah.
weeks ago, which does show that they do still have the skill level to be able to compare to some of these players in the Tespo league. Just had a unfortunate situation that weekend, but I'm definitely looking forward to see if Crypt is going to be in there a little bit more.
yeah. I was about to ask about that. Do you
Yeah.
think we're gonna see Return of Crypt more?
I hope so, to be honest. I mean, he did show up. He did show out also while he was there. So I think the coach must have noticed that.
Is it
I
a
think so.
possibility for a sub to be knocked up to main roster?
Yep. All depends on how the main roster would not react to it. How the main roster would
Ash kind of.
exactly. So if something was to go wrong with one of the characters, he would get pulled up. Obviously, right? One of the players, he would get pulled up into the main roster. Even so, if they found out that one of the main players wasn't putting in all his effort, right? They'd
Yeah.
be willing to swap him out for somebody like Crypt, who would
Mhm.
be willing to put in
Yeah.
all his effort, right?
I do whatever is
I
best
see.
for the team at that
Exactly.
point.
Exactly.
It's
So I'll
all
be
about
a
winning.
All right. So right now we are about to get in some League of Legends LOL team review. So for the roster we got Abdallah, Apex Snipe. That last name is kind of crazy. I'm gonna butcher it. Sayed Shak Kazmi. I hope to God that's right.
pretty
I
close,
probably
pretty close.
butchered it.
It's pretty close.
Then we're gonna have Justin, Active Force 5 guy, Madi, Blin Nasser, Quach, Lord Touch Me, William Lay, and Fong, the Young Falcon, Hwai Nguyen. That-
Oh man.
So they did versus the University of Toronto, and they did come up 1-2. They did come up a game short, which is unfortunate for the Saints team. But like we're talking about, this is like the third time we said it. It is It's like the early It's like the early
Preseason.
bird
It's
season.
preseason.
It's almost
Exactly,
like preseason,
exactly.
right? So it's kind of like everybody's kind of warming up and getting the groove until I feel like next month is when Counter-Strike starts up. So I feel like once like the last of the varsity teams get going, that's when everything is just going to start becoming,
Falling
you know,
into
more
place.
structured and more put into place.
Most definitely,
So
definitely.
I think that's I'm actually excited for that, man. To be honest, you know, I'm gonna start commentating Counter-Strike. I sorry I should have said that at the beginning, but once we do get into the
Into the
you know
season.
mix of things, you know what I mean? I feel like it's definitely gonna flow a lot better, and we're gonna see a lot
Definitely.
more performance from our players.
Definitely.
So this clip right here, it's a 3-man turret dive, and it goes horribly wrong, literally horribly wrong. She gets bursted down, and then in a matter of seconds, these guys know if we don't fall back,
They're all going down.
like they're all going down.
Mhm.
And with that gold exchange, like that could be pretty crucial. Plus the turret's literally one hit. So 3 players plus the turret, and then probably another turret again because 3
Yeah.
players are dead, and they're gonna keep pushing that line
Definitely.
if they can, right?
Mhm.
Especially if anybody else comes, they're gonna have like at least 2 people or 3 people up on the other team at that point. So like that play could have went catastrophically worse than it was, but thank God it didn't.
Yeah,
You know what I
Blinn
mean?
was watching the map.
Yeah.
He was
Thank
being
God it
smart
didn't.
about it. He saw the 3 coming up, or the 2 rotating to support in the top lane. So he saw that coming, and he was like, "Oh man, I'm one tap. I got to turn around and get out of here." Even
Yeah.
if that turret would have touched him, it would have been it for him, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He turned around right away, and then his teammate noticed. He was like, "All right, we got to both get out of here."
And
There's
that's
no way
it.
they're gonna
Yeah.
survive that.
And that's the thing about League is like some people would call that selfish, but like somebody who actually like knows the game would call that smart because you can't risk, you know, like dying
Oh yeah,
like for no reason. Like if you're not gonna get that turret or you're not gonna kill him, then you die for no reason and you just gave them gold.
yeah, exactly.
You
In
know what I
that
mean? So-
situation too, that would have been a 3-piece, like you were saying. They would have instantly taken both top turrets with no hesitation there.
And you know, it is the team's like first match as a unit. So like, you know, like we said before, like they're kind of getting their chemistry like mixed up, you know what I mean, and feeling each other out. So hopefully, you know, within like the next few weeks, they can get some more practice time in and get some more games in, you know, and you know, just become better as a team and as a unit.
Definitely.
So next is Smash. Oh, Smash is very, very good. For the Smash roster, we got Riley, Ventus Will Young, Kevin KV Vu, Carter HP Durham, Joe Kieran Bambaku, and Chris Cushman. So for Smash Class 101, we got the top 8. Citrus sitting at number 1. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Citrus, I feel like is he always number 1? Is he always number 1?
Pretty much. There might be the one-off week where someone like Ventus Will or Captain K will give him a run for his money and knock him out from the top, you know. But
Yeah.
a majority of the time, it is Citrus, and his
Yeah.
Joker plays. He's insane with it. It's so clean.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting.
Oh yeah, especially when you coming from your perspective, right? You don't know as much about like
Yeah.
the game itself compared to like some of the people that do watch it, right?
Mhm.
So when you see Joker doing those crazy combos, you're like, oh my god, what is going on, right?
Yeah.
It's just
They're very good and they're very
Yeah.
clean. You know what I mean? You can tell that you know these people are like not like your like ordinary
Average.
like Smash
Your
players. You know
casual
what I mean?
players.
definitely
Like
definitely.
they have definitely put in hundreds, if not thousands, of hours into this game and crafted like what they have.
Oh yeah, definitely. You go by the nest, you'll see. Definitely, if I was to walk out right now, it's like 11:20 a.m. right now. If I was to walk out over there to the nest and just walk by, there definitely would be someone sitting in that Smash seat
Mhm.
training, 100%, no doubt.
100%, man.
So, what do you think about University of Windsor coming in, starting up their club, and have more players than Sinclair? Top 8.
Well, it's exciting, to be honest. I don't want to say it's a bad thing at all, because it's not. It's helpful, if anything. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? We're training more people now.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more people all over Windsor that can actually get access to to Smash now, right?
Yeah.
Before it was just you had to go to Saints Gaming for Smash Weeklies or where else? No
yeah.
Man's Land, the events that Saints Gaming hosts, basically. Now we've got Easy Mode also, the cafe that's hosting some gaming events here and there, right? But they're nothing major, right? Definitely the University of Windsor creating their own scene
Mhm.
is a very good idea.
Yeah.
And I think our players don't mind that at all, and I don't think our coach minds that at all. I think they're more interested now that we actually have some bigger competition,
Mhm.
right? Before it was just Saints Gaming versus Saints Gaming and just friendlies at the weeklies and stuff, right? Now you're actually playing on a competitive basis with another
Rivalries.
school.
Yeah.
Even if
Build
it is from the same city, it's still something, right?
Build good rivalry.
Exactly.
So while you guys are talking about what you're talking about, you were not watching the screen, which is okay. But what you did miss was Venturous actually reset the bracket on Sitters, which is pretty impressive.
Wow.
I would just like to at the Smash Weekly, sorry, is what I would like to say. But yeah, anything else you guys like to input? Anything else that you've seen throughout the week or anything like that you want to talk about? Or?
No, I'm just excited for the week ahead. We got lots of games coming up.
I can't
Multiple
wait for
doubleheaders.
CS.
So yeah, here's the Saints Gaming schedule. If you guys have not seen this yet, this is going to be posted weekly. So every week, once we release one of these videos, we're going to have an updated schedule of what's to come. And yeah, so you guys can take a quick look at that. And is that it for you guys? Is that it for you?
Yeah, just multiple doubleheaders coming up. Like tonight, we got Smash Class, we got Rainbow Six. Tomorrow, we have Echo and Rocket League.
Hey, definitely come watch that. Watch
Yeah.
us win again.
Take their first loss.
Who does Rainbow Six verse? Who you guys
Tonight
playing?
we play Thomas College.
Okay, have you played them yet?
We have not.
Have-
It'll be a good game.
Have they played any games yet?
Yes, they are currently. Oh, they lost. They played 3 games. They lost 1. They tied 1, and then lost the second. 1 and 2.
You nervous?
No.
Never, eh?
No.
No,
Never.
that's the beast coming out inside of him.
It's the Saints Gaming coming out of him. I don't know what it is. He gets out of that varsity team. Is just
Yeah.
that's it. You got no worries against other teams.
Yep.
So you
For
just
the
become a
best.
savage, eh? As soon as you sign that contract?
You're
Jesus Christ. All right, guys. Well, my name's Dylan. This is Jake. This is Yaz. And thanks for tuning in today on Bird's Eye View. And we will be back next week with another video on updating you guys. Thanks for tuning in.